Okay, but hear me out.
Hey guys, what's up?
I'm Mike, and I'm Morgan. Hey! Hello, everybody!
And we do have a special guest here with us today.
Nicholas.
Nick? What's up? Hold on, I gotta turn you up a little bit. For some reason, my music's still playing. I don't know why. Do you hear that?
Technical
Oh, I
difficulties.
know why.
Yeah, we got
I know
some...
why.
Hold on, I gotta turn it off, that's why.
I'm not.
I paused it.
Close the app.
That's what I'm doing. It's not letting me close the app.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Alright, this is really weird.
Congratulations.
At least it's a good
It
song.
went
It's not
perfectly
like,
earlier.
Got it.
hey!
I got it.
Mr. Brown, how are you
Can't
today?
perform in good. First time that artists can't perform in clutch.
Yes.
I have no idea what you just said.
He said first time Cardis is pulling in clutch.
Oh,
Something like that, I think.
that's what I do, you know?
How goes it out in Browntown?
Oh, it's going good. Going good. Just came out of a couple of ragers. Still waking up. No, I'm fully awake. I'm
Couple
always ready
ragers?
for this podcast.
What are you doing,
Couple ragers.
Raging?
You talking about parties?
Yeah.
I thought you didn't drink.
No, I don't smoke.
Oh,
Good for you.
yeah, good for you. Yeah, that's illegal.
No, that's not good for me. Ever since I stopped, I started drinking more.
Yeah, that's good, I guess.
I think smoking's better than drinking.
That's healthy.
It's healthy.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
You know what? This
Smoking
isn't going to be our
what?
podcast today. But I think we should have a podcast of why weed is better than alcohol.
Are you talking about like dandelions?
Like marijuana.
Change my mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
change
think that would be a very good podcast.
Change my mind.
As to the difference and why weed should be legal. Let's do
All
that
right.
podcast next week.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so next week, definitely listen for a podcast of why marijuana should be legalized. And
This is going to be great for all of our future employers to listen to.
by the time we're employed, I bet you it will be legalized.
Yeah, it
In
is
5
legalized.
years, in 5
It's
years,
legal in Florida.
you know what? I'll give it. If our next president is a Democrat, it'll be legalized. After Trump, it'll be legal.
Yeah, you have to wait for Congress.
So in 2022? So in 2024?
Yeah.
Nah,
All right.
2020.
Nope.
Realistically, I don't think he won't get voted out.
He's going to get reelected.
He's starting to actually do stuff that's better.
He's
Not
get
great, but better.
He's going to get a Nobel Peace Prize in 2 continents.
How about we open with that? We didn't plan to talk about that. Let's open with it.
Okay.
You good with that, Brown?
I heard the other day that Donald
Yeah.
Trump sprouted angel wings and he flew around Washington.
What?
But all realistically, though, what did he do to earn it?
He set up the meeting. He didn't listen to ridiculous threats. He sent his Secretary of State over there to deal with it. He did everything.
Who is the Secretary of State?
Mike Pompeo.
Pompeo. Okay. But did he really? I thought those two set it up themselves.
Mike Pompeo serves at the pleasure of the president. Mike Pompeo doesn't have to go. If he has to go to the bathroom, Trump tells him, "Okay, you can go to the bathroom." Not literally.
I know, but it seems like that, though. His foreign policy is. I don't know how he's backdooring. Okay, I don't know how he's backdooring this shit, but.
Well, he's not. They used to backdoor it. Now he's front dooring it. They met at the line of demarcation in South Korea. They met there.
Well,
They literally the demilitarized zone. They literally shook hands across the border, and he helped him across. There's
the
a little
South Korean president.
The South Korean president helped him. Oh, there's like a little symbolism 1-foot fence, and he helped him step over the fence, and then they had a meeting in South Korea.
Oh, you didn't read the news today?
Yeah, and we are going to stop that military training. It's only a training exercise with South Korea. Yeah, of course we're going to stop it. That's so easy.
We do the exercise in case the North attacks, but if we're trying to keep them from attacking, why do the exercise? If they're giving us reasons to show that they want to, become, I don't know how to put the word. The word's not coming out of my mouth, but to be civil.
Forgive, never forget.
Yeah, you can forgive, but you don't forget.
I'll give him this. Like, he did get them to talk. Sure, I haven't read fully what happened, and I really I'm gonna wait a few years and see what actually happened. But him pulling out of the Iran deal, thoughts?
Is what?
Him pulling out of the Iran deal.
What's your opinion on that?
Yeah.
Is good?
It's bad.
No.
He thinks it's bad.
And why do you think it's bad?
Because they were complying.
No, they weren't complying.
Says who?
Says the Prime Minister of Israel, the Prime Minister of Syria, the Prime Minister of France, and the Prime Minister of China.
So how come
And the
multiple
European
watchdog
Union.
agencies from the State Department and the UN say they are?
The UN doesn't say they are. What's her name?
Really?
Lori. I forget our UN delegate. I forget it. Why do you think everybody's behind him? Even CNN said it's a good deal. They only held on for a little while because their best friend Obama put it together, and John Kerry. It was a terrible plan. It was a terrible plan.
You know
They
when
didn't
CNN
comply.
says something.
So what the plan was? Listen, they said Iran said, listen, in quotation marks, we're gonna stop. You're not allowed to investigate our uranium plants. You're not allowed to
they
investigate.
are.
They're not that. You got to read up on the plan then, because the deal was that, and there's an organization that comes and is a nonpartisan, non-country driven private organization that comes through, and even America has to go through these inspections upon their nuclear facilities. They said that we're not allowed to do that. We're not allowed to come look at anything that they're doing when their protection or their nuclear storage facility, their testing sites where they were testing intercontinental ballistic missiles. We weren't allowed to come look at anything. We had to take their word for it. We also gave them $475 million of their own money back in exchange for one prisoner who was a deserter and had a couple of his brothers in arms, a couple guys in the military, died looking for him when he was a deserter. And we paid $475 million and let go 5 of the now top-ranking members of ISIS for nothing. And this was all part of this great deal. So basically we gave them $500 million. We got back a felonious coward, and we gave them 5 ISIS prisoners that are of Iran descent for nothing. And we weren't allowed to inspect anything. We weren't allowed to inspect their facilities. We weren't allowed to have... We were supposed to have open airspace so we could, for the lack of a better term, spy on what they were doing. Because you don't let... When he pulled out of that plan, they, in their Congress building, I don't know what the hell they call it, their little building that they all meet in, all the Iranian congressmen and all the senators. I don't think they call them congressmen, but whatever they call them.
Are they
over there.
Parliament?
Parliament, whatever the hell they call it. They burnt an American flag and chanted "Death to America." This is not somebody you want to let develop a nuclear weapon. I'm sorry. I know that we have it and we're still the only country ever to use a nuclear weapon. And if you want to talk about stuff that happened 50 years ago, let's talk about stuff that happened 50 years ago. We can talk about this as happening right now. It was a terrible deal. And I happen to like Obama, but this isn't a reflection about Obama. It has nothing to do with it, Obama. People are making it about Obama. At the time, we took what we could get. Now we're not doing that anymore.
So what's stopping them now from making a nuclear weapon?
Nothing. The fear of God that we will level Tehran. The fear of God that we will end them as a regime and split their lands between Pakistan and Iraq. That's what it is.
Hello?
I hear ya.
Okay.
I'm getting a lot of feedback from you, though.
From me?
No, from me. I can hear myself.
Oh, you can hear your feedback. How about now?
Yeah.
Is that better? Is that better?
Yeah, better.
Okay. Yeah, so obviously I don't know everything about it, but the little reading that I have done about it, it wasn't a good deal. It wasn't a good deal. And a lot of really smart people on both sides of the aisle are saying, yeah, this probably wasn't a good idea. probably wasn't a good deal.
As soon as I saw the chance, I was like, I don't care what the deal is. I don't want to be affiliated with people that are assholes and
They chant
not
death.
nice.
The president.
But see, you're
whatever the hell-
affiliated with me.
The Ayatollah.
That's a difference.
The Ayatollah stands up in front of 500,000 people and says, it doesn't translate exactly, but basically what he's saying is death to America. America is the evil here on earth. That's really what they believe. They don't have... Some people do, so I can't say all of them. They can't turn on the news and get BBC World News or Fox News or Al Jazeera. They have to go based on what propaganda they put out. So they really are... A lot of people from a lot of different countries in that area really grow up thinking that we're the terrorists and that we commit these ridiculous, atrocious acts. And I'm not standing up for everything we've ever done in the Middle East. Of course
probably
not.
created some
We've probably done
acts of terrorism to other countries
I don't know if you want to call
for
it terrorism.
political motive. Look at the definition of terrorism.
Yeah, then under
Then
that, I
the United
guess, yeah.
States just bombing other countries. That's an act.
Well, we're not just bombing other countries. We
There's
bomb
reasons.
based on genocide. Yeah,
Yes.
and they don't know the reasons. All they see is white guys with beards with these weird striped flags with stars on it coming over and killing people.
Okay, but
that's all
here's-
they see. They
here's
don't
me
know.
playing devil's
what-
advocate. Do we know the reason for 9/11? Do we know the reason for Oklahoma bombing? Do we know the reasons for all the reasons why they're doing that? What if they're just like a militia but in our culture? Yeah, I don't support it. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. Where's the reason? We don't know
What
it.
do you mean with the reason? With the reason?
It's like how you said, they're getting told propaganda to chant death to America, blah, blah, blah. So are we. We're not propaganda free.
Well,
No
we
matter
don't-
we're a free country,
we
free
don't
speech,
chant
everything.
death to Iran. We don't. You think you
There are
need to tell
people
me?
that do
You
it.
think they burn a flag in Capitol Hill in Washington? You think they burn the Iranian flag and say death to Iran? No.
They're different. Again, that goes to clash of cultures. But the motive behind things. Like the United States, they're not a perfect country. Yeah. Like the CIA. Like they call the CIA, they call, their Taliban type thing.
I
It's
mean,
ridiculous.
like, looking back through history, yeah, the CIA's toppled governments that are not friendly to Americans. Fuck, we did it in Iran.
You mean in the 70s?
No, 50s.
Yeah, Iran used to be kind of Western, and they used to be our best ally.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and we installed that government.
We are the biggest creator of terrorism in the world. One of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can say that.
What do you think?
Mhm.
I think it's an unfortunate outcome from lack of information.
Yeah.
So we'll put down a Predator missile trying to kill a leader of ISIS. We don't do this anymore. We capture them now. But under previous administrations, we would put down a Predator missile and knock off the side of a building that had leaders of an ISIS meeting or leaders of Al-Qaeda meeting, and rocks fall and kill 20 kids. All that gets promoted and all that gets talked about as Iraq is how they killed 20 kids. Yeah, 20 kids died. But we didn't kill 20 kids because we wanted to kill 20 kids. 20 kids were... I'm not saying 20 kids should die. That's not what I'm saying. And I hate to say this, but shit happens.
It does. But now, reverse it. Say we were at war with someone else, they did that, we killed 20 kids. We're not going to hear about the CIA leaders that got killed. We're going to hear about the kids that got killed.
No, I don't know if that's true. You know what?
It's today's media.
No one big time in America dies.
But still,
The leader of the CIA.
I'm saying
doesn't get killed.
I'm saying if we're at war and that happens,
Then
put it
yeah.
into that.
Let's
only
see,
gonna
in
hear
other
about the 20
countries,
kids.
they're not focused on ISIS. They're focused on their own people.
Who?
Other countries, they're going to be like,